Hello, welcome to my channel and in my next video, the Niqab girl speaking. And before we start, please subscribe to my channel and make the notification bell for more beautiful videos from me. Thank you. So, today I chose very for me a personal and more interesting love story. This love story is really very personal for me, and I'll tell you why. Because it happened, let's say, my friend, okay? She wasn't my friend at the start, but I met her because of my book, which I wrote, the Don't Fall in Love with Egyptian Men, and she read it, and after she contacted me. And we were speaking for an hour really about the book itself and about her love and what she's experienced. Then she told me all the story, and I was living the story with her till the end. So it's like it happened to me personally, and it really like break my heart. So please sit comfortable, make yourself a cup of coffee or tea, and let's start. So it's the story about a Spanish girl called Elena. Imagine a very beautiful girl with a blonde hair and blue eyes, and this girl, she never fell in love with an Egyptian man before, and it wasn't her plan, but she traveled to Egypt with her mom because it was her mom's dream to see the Egypt, to see the history, to see the sightseeing, okay, the beauty of Egypt. So she traveled with her normally, and they traveled to Luxor. But the fate always changes things different way, and she met one man, very handsome one, very polite one, and of course she fell in love to him. But this time it's really like different because even he fell in love to her. So they have an amazing time. He showed her all the Egypt, all the history. He took care from her, he didn't lie on her, he never cheated her or never promised her a thing which he cannot fulfill. It's something really positive. You will think that this boy is really amazing and very honest, that he really loves you. And yes, it's true. It was true. He really fell in love to her. And that was the problem. Let's say at the start yet, they never do anything wrong together. They never kissed, they never touched. Everything was in the polite version. But she found out that he is already married. And then he offered her to be a second wife. But this is something for a European girl like unbelievable. She will never do it, or she cannot even think about it or imagine how does it work. This moment I really remember I was discussing with her a lot, and even I tried to explain her our Muslim way or the Egyptian way, but I understand she couldn't agree on it. It's really too much for her. So she refused, but she loved him and she wanted to be with him, but he didn't want to be with her in the bad way, or let's say haram way. Something amazing to listen from Egyptian actually. But what to do now? She was like in the circle and she didn't know how to act. To break up with him, because this love has no future for sure, or to stay with him because she loved him. So she traveled back to her country. She took some time for herself. She was sitting, thinking about it, what to do, what to don't do. And after long months, she decided to break up with him because of this love is hurting her especially the most. So, but she got an amazing plan in her head. Before she ends up this relationship, she want to see him one more time, and this time to enjoy every single second as she can with him. So the plan was clear. She went there, she met him, she met his family, she even stayed in the home with his mother and with his father. And they took a very beautiful care about her. They didn't have a problem, they understand each other, okay? They treat her really very nicely. But The man itself didn't treat her well since the start, like something was wrong, she felt it. She feel that something is not okay. And even they were spending time together, so I guess the second day he told her, like, let's break up. We have to end this relationship. It has no sense. So she couldn't believe herself. Why he's telling the time when she arrived to him? Why he didn't tell her before she came? And something is wrong. What's wrong? Okay, then his wife found out, or his wife was thinking that he is cheating on her, or she has such a feeling in her heart. Of course, it's possible every married woman would feel it. I think so. Not always, but it can happen, of course. So he asked Elena if she can meet his wife and tell her that nothing is like between them. So Elena was like shocked. Oh my god, I will meet his wife? How come? How can I possibly meet her? It's impossible. But after long thinking, she thought, okay, I will meet her, I will tell her, I will end with him and travel back to my country. So the mission was very clear, and she really met her on a lunch together. He, his wife, and she. And they were speaking, and she really confirmed her that nothing is between them. That they're only friends, like no love, no romance, nothing. But it was a lie, and the wife wasn't stupid, and the wife, she understood it. She understands from the way how they look at each other, how they possibly speak or don't speak, but she understood. So that night, when he came to home, the wife asked him for a divorce. I want to divorce you. And she invited all the family, and they was thinking, is haram to do it, and how can I do it? And all the family was discussing this topic actually. But he really swore that he did nothing to her, and it was true. He didn't do anything bad. Let's say he didn't do anything bad, except the love itself. But sometimes the love is not by your hand. It can happen to any one of us. Even you are married, even you have a kid, anything. So he decided to fight for his family, of course. He didn't divorce her, he didn't want it, he regretted everything. And the next day he came to Elena and he told her, we have to end up immediately. I don't want to see you anymore and I will not contact you. Please don't contact me again. And he left the home, the parent home. But Elena was still on the vacation and had still 3 days to be in Egypt. So these are 3 days she spent with his family. Can you imagine it? Really, for me, like, I can't imagine it will happen to me. But she stayed there. Maybe it was the worst day in her life. Probably, yes, it was. Then she traveled back to the country and she decided to forget about him, really. She didn't contact him again. But his wife, she was following her everywhere, on Instagram, on Facebook, checking every photo she posts. And the Egyptian woman sometimes can be really like a spider, go after you everywhere you are. Or spy. She will not let you so easily disappear. But then she was blocking them all over, or blocking her all over again. Then after long months she stopped to do it and the love, let's say, ended like that. But I'm really amazed that it can happen really to some Egyptian man, that even he is polite. He can truly fall in love to another girl even he didn't want to do. He didn't want so. That's something amazing for me. So, but for me this love story is really very sad. But on the other side, I'm happy that it ended this way, or for Elena, she ended it. She doesn't hurt herself anymore. And even for his wife, I really feel sorry that she had to experience this. It's really not good feeling at all and break all the trust and everything. So hopefully Elena will find some another man. If Egyptian or not, it ups to her. But hopefully she will find her love quickly again. Thank you for watching this video and bye!